So guys, who knows what World Scout Jamboree is? Anyone heard of this? Let me be honest, it was my first time hearing about this. Yeah, so I got two news for you guys, and it's been an issue. So before we go on to the recent news, I'll tell you I found what it is. I just actually Wikipedia searched it because I didn't even know what it is. It's a scouting jamboree of the World Organization of the Scout Movement, typically attended by several tens of thousands of scouts around the world aged 14 to 17. And their main purpose is to learn the country's culture and enjoy the festival. So it's basically a boy and girl scout where you have fun activities involved and you get to basically live in that country. What's kind of interesting about this is that the kids pay, I think, roughly $6,000 on attending this event. So it's actually not you get picked to represent your country, but it's just kind of like a fun event. And so 2023, it is held in Korea. Hooray! So you think I'd be bringing in happy news, but of course Jinri likes to do controversial, fighting, like blood-related news. So it's not happy. Actually, this is probably what a lot of parents are interested in learning about. Let me bring up two news where it actually is becoming a nightmare due to the heat, illness, hygiene issues, etc. There's also bug issue going on, bad food, so many issues. So before we read on the specifics in the daily news, I actually got some good information that was well organized. But before we go on to that, this actually happened literally this morning, guys. 7:55 a.m. Boss was awake to read the news. Proud of myself. But the news is actually saying what a country embarrassment becomes reality. Jamboree now has COVID being spreaded around. I paid $5,000 for my kid to get COVID. So the news kind of deals with the heat and bad environmental hygiene issue. We've also been noticing some of the kids go through COVID-19 or been, exposed to COVID-19. Right now, there's 19. I was about to say customers for some reason. It is not a customer. This is not a customer, but we have 19 patients, 10 guys, 5 girls right now, and it seems that if there has been an increase of 10. Now, as you guys know, COVID, it is easily being spreaded around. So I think we'll be seeing an increase of the number. So let's go on with the problem. Why is this a problem? I know we're saying there's bad weather and bad thing, but why is it a country embarrassment? When you read this, you'd be thinking, remember, I want to emphasize this. Purpose is to learn the country culture, guys. The country culture. Why I emphasize this is I'm figuring out what type of culture they wanted to teach in Korea. And when I tell you all these issues, you're going to be thinking, oh, I see the purpose of this year's World Scout Jamboree. It's to learn about Korean military. So let's get started. The problem is, first of all, this place is held in a very, very hot location in Korea. It's pretty hot. I mean, right now, just in general, it's really, really hot. How hot it is? Oh God, there's actually been rumors saying that this year is going to be the hottest with a lot of rain. Now, when it rains in Korea, it gets super humid. So we're not expecting like California heat where it's like nice, breezy, happy heat. It is those disgusting, like sticky heat that we'll be expecting. So this event actually got accepted back in 2016. And what's pretty interesting was that when they were figuring out which location to hold it, oh, it's not happy heat there in Cali. Sorry, I don't live in Cali, but okay, let me just clarify. Okay, the heat in Wisconsin is pretty nice because we're a cold district. Yeah. Oh, M. Kim-nim, please don't get ahead of yourself. We'll get there. We'll get there. Now, when they first decided on the location, which I will tell you where the location is. I actually don't know exactly where the location is, but let me just look it up. It is held in Seman. Where are you? It's actually located in this area. I've never heard this, but it is in 전북, 부안군, 하서면, 백년리, 1077. So if you kind of look up, it's in... Where are you? Wow, it is really in a bad area. So it's actually somewhat near the water area, but it's in the mid of Korea. Now I can't show you more bigger because it'll kind of expose where I live. But if you study the world map, guys, let me just kind of bring you guys the world map. You guys know where the hot place is? Just share you guys the world map. Remember when in like high school or college we talked about where you get the most heat? So where's the line? You know this line? Everything that's closer to this line, this area, is gonna be super hot, right? So in terms of South Korea, guys, the further you go south, the more it's gonna be steaming hot. So one of the location in Korea, we call it Deprika because it's Daegu, but it's as hot as Africa. So it's right in this area. So where Jamboree is held is like near that area, guys. So you know what the kids are dealing with? Super duper hot Korean weather. Now, if you think about what Korea is, you'd be expecting Seoul, right? You know, like nice, fancy. You see those like K-pop oppas. You see Gangnam pictures of Gangnam and everything. Yeah, no, what they're dealing with is literally like a military style location. So continuing on, when they first heard that it's going to be in that location, the locals and the fire departments actually warned that it could be hard. As in, you shouldn't... I don't know if you want to have an event that's this good or this important, especially if the kids are paying $5,000 to come to Korea. Like, I don't know if you want to have it here. But the government decided to ignore it. Ha 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 ha. We're not... Maybe I shouldn't use the word ignore. This does seem a little too aggressive. Maybe we should use something more like... maybe the government wanted to look into? Or... maybe they found a better reason why. Now, the cost to host this event in Korea was 3,000억 won. Roughly, it was 230 million USD dollars of current price. So now we're gonna go through. Okay, they are spending that much money on this event, right? Now we're gonna go through. Do you actually think that much money was spent? Evidence shows poor facilities. The facility inside is awful. This is how it kind of looks like, you know, they just have tents and then they have this, you know, this weird thing, and this is where it's being held. I found a picture that was in the news. And the current event of the place is just kind of like, do I really want to have it there? It kind of looks right now. This is, I think, maybe a better... Remember, guys, it's where... Remember, 2,000 some dollar was spent, right? Spent. Also, not enough resting area or sitting area. As you guys see in this picture, you only have this small tent thingamabobby or this type of block thingamabobby or barely nothing. Right? And what's unfortunate was that the flood. There was lots of rain. Remember, in Korea, there were rain for the past couple of months, actually, starting in like maybe May or June. So it was actually flooded with rainwater. And what M. Kim mentioned is that when you think of rain and humidity, it means a lot of bugs, mosquitoes, ticks, mites, everything. So would I want to send my child here? I don't know, man. It's kind of icky, but this is kind of like while it was being built. Now you also see that there's tents. You know, this is great because it's apparently good for the heat. Nope, still inside the tent was 35 degrees Celsius, which is 95 degrees Fahrenheit. So 95 degree Fahrenheit plus the humidity is disgusting. I repeat, disgusting. I hate the humidity in Korea. And the most unfortunate thing is that there's no nearby hospitals around, or they probably have the minor emergency setups, I'm guessing. But to go to a hospital, the closest one was 40 minutes long. The farthest was 58 minutes. So if there was like an issue going on, it's going to take them 40 minutes for them to go to the hospital. Would I want to send my kids there? Okay, I heard this event was to experience the country's culture. Didn't hear it was gonna be a military camp, but let me just say, funny story is that this is how Korean military is, guys, unfortunately. Why parents are really trying hard not to send their kids to military. Anyways, this all decision was made in 2017, and what's kind of shocking was they were going to build a building, but what's ironic is that the building has not been built, and it's been more than 6 years. So what's the result, guys? As you guys saw earlier in the picture, there's this guy standing because there's a bunch of flood in the water, and this guy does not look happy or hot. They've been taking how it's being very flooded and it's very awful. And so the first thing you come to your mind is, okay, I understand that the environment there sucks, but remember, this is cultural showing. We're showing Korean culture. They must have at least brought in BTS, or I know BTS is military, so they must have brought in Stray Kids, or even Twice, or even Blackpink, because K-pop is important, and they're like, that's culture. That's what we're here to see, right? They're coming. Okay, I'm getting mad because I saw actually in an interview done by this girl from Chile, and she's like, our parents worked really hard to attend this event because I really wanted to go to Korea. Guys, it's a Chile girl, and of course there's like other reasons to see Korea, maybe historical reasons, or well, guys, what? You can kind of imagine what this young girl wants to come to Korea for, right? Either it's K-pop or K-drama. It's one of the two, or K-fashion. Well, this is what they got. Who are these girls? So their name is Auspicious. Okay, as a K-pop YouTuber who's been doing K-pop for 7-8 months, almost 1 year. Auspicious? Who are they? What is going on? Okay, well, that's one team, right? That's one team. They must have had something better. What the? Dream, orchestra, and harmonize. Arirang? You guys know what arirang is? It's a Korean minuet. Ari ari na 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 na. something. Da 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 na 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 da 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 da. Yeah, that's what the kids are actually getting to see. 진짜, I'm so embarrassed. Oh my god. Oh, it's a dance crew. Oh, thanks for, yeah, so I guess not that many remember, which is kind of unfortunate, but they have that much money. And so what I found interesting, guys, is this guy took a picture of the faces of these people. Maybe I need to use a better program next time, but I want to show you guys the pictures. It's pretty fascinating, the faces of these young kids who had to deal with watching these fancy K-pop, I mean K-dance crew shows. Not dissing the dance crews, but you know, like I'm expecting K-pop idol, and you know, we got to see the faces on these people. These kids kind of don't look happy. Okay, fine. At least we had some, probably, like, we wanted to give you guys like some type of Korean culture. So Arirang makes sense because it's one of the famous, it's like listening to, what's some old like US music that they made us like listen to back in music school. Shoot, I'm forgetting those. What are some of those? You know those like old music they made us listen to? Like Country Road. It could kind of be like that. It's understanding, it's very maybe traditional. Yeah, we're hearing the Country Road. All good, right? Perfect. Okay, what else is known for Korea is food. Oh my god, we must be getting bibimbap, galbi, those KBBQs, because it's cultural food. And okay, they must at least give us nice kimchi and everything. Yeah, we're getting rotten eggs, guys. I think this was their snack, but yeah. This was uploaded by an individual who I think posted on Instagram saying, this is what we're getting fed. This is just unbelievable, guys. This is just embarrassment. And I am exposing this because we need to tell them, hey, this is just disaster. Now, of course, there must have at least been good food at one point. But the fact that they still got rotten eggs at one point, even just eggs in general, they came to Korea paying $5,000. You just come to Korea and you could get a good quality with spending $5,000, not just eating eggs. Kimbap cost $1. You could have given them kimbap or better Korean food. Eggs? What? Yeah, so this is my caption. You are currently seeing rotten eggs. For those who are questioning what that is. So, okay, fine. Maybe because we're doing this type of camp, they wanted to give us camp food. I understand, blah, blah, blah. But okay. I've seen in the Korean dramas that the convenience stores have these amazing food, guys. Like, amazing. We have, like, cup ramen, we have like yummy snacks and all these like sausages. The fudge. Can we just get a huge facepalm? Like, I'm not sure if this is what they want to see. So this was one side and you'd be like, oh, Jinri, okay, Jinri, please like tell me that like the other side has like nice food. I mean, you got this. You have this. You have post-its. This is delicious, by the way. This is let me just want to tell you, this is a good alcohol food. Oh, we have also 새우깡. And there's also, oops, sorry, I pressed the wrong button. We also have, 오징어 땅콩! Yay! Kind of not what I was expecting. That's true, that's true. This is the World Scout Jamboree, so we need survival food of snacks. Awesome. Guys, military eats better. Guys, not military. Let me just clarify. The prisoners eat better than this. And what's kind of ironic is that they are being sold at an expensive price than normal, by the way. Oh dear, oh dear. So that's the current situation. The reason why I wanted to bring this is right now in the US, parents are worried. Of course I would be worried too if my dude, my kids are fainting in and out random places and they're just kind of like, help me, mom, this is worst experience. Well, they didn't say that. The kids are nice too because they put it in as we're having fun, but we're actually just overheating a lot. No, you're not having fun. This is not Korea. Of course, yeah, I understand this is like the world's like the scout, you know, like we're gonna do more like survival thing. Of course, we're not going to go to Gangnam and do the Gangnam dance and everything. But it's still like supposed to be a good experience. But I don't think the parents have paid $5,000 to give them an experience of military, and they're even getting worse food. And even, you know what's kind of shocking is that military convenience store has better food than this. Confirmed by Mia. They have this, by the way, in Korean military. There is a snail cream, which is really good, by the way. So a couple of things that's being done, by the way, that I haven't brought pictures for is that they've actually taken the the kids to the US camp, US military base, to give them food and to give them better shelter than what they have right now. Guys, isn't that really sad? That's actually been the news saying, hey, so I know, like, I'm sorry that this is happening and everything, but, yeah, the US military is helping out. They've actually got lots of people helping out with that. What was also unfortunate about this, and this now becomes very smelly. Now, we know that the parents are worried and everything, but this morning I checked the news and guess what? They've actually said we are not allowing any press to come and film. Can I get a huge question mark for that? Just read it this morning in the news. They're not having any press to come and film. I think it was on JTBC News. Huh. What an interesting... so their decision right now is doing this. So what do you think the parents are gonna think of Korea when they hear about this? Oh my god, I am just shocked. I mean, okay, so right now, literally 4 hours ago, President Yoon has told them to give them a bus with air conditioning and cold water, unlimited cold water. Yeah, well, luckily this is the second day, but man, is this all you got? So, it's been kind of unfortunate, but you know, they're trying to shush this situation because it's a world event. We've expected, you are spending what, like, how much did I say? $300 million roughly. Okay, $230 million roughly on this event. And this is what you get. So President Yoon's also mad. He was like, hey, the team that's involved, you better go and like fix this. So this has been quite an embarrassing story, but I wanted to let people know because I heard the parents are worried. So I've been reading the Korean news for the parents to know this is what's happening. And as a Korean American, I know I am in an American status, but as a Korean American, I'm very deeply sorry that this is happening to your child. Korea is not like this. There are much better fun events that they could be enjoying. There's really fun festivals like Mud Festival, there's water bomb festivals, amazing thing that they could experience, although it's supposed to be kind of like a girls boy scout event going on. But I am so sorry that your child has to be dealing with this, and some of you guys been spending so much money. Like $5,000 is not easy money to make, by the way. You know, like I'm trying to sit here trying to make $5,000. It is not easy. So I'm sorry, especially I've seen interviews from kids who were expecting this a lot. Obviously, it's Korea. It's one of the, you know, like developing, and I would actually be saying developed countries, and this is the treatment that your kids are getting, you know, COVID and all these. And man, worst time to come. Worst time to come, guys, at like what? August, because let me just say one thing, living in Korea for 2-3 years, August is the hottest month of the year in Korea, where even golfers don't go out playing golf because it's too hot. So it's 5,000 about 2.5 ounce. Yeah. So that's the current event going on. I'm trying to tell you guys. So a couple of things, at least what they're trying to do better is they did stop. They are stopping on some events because it's too hot. And hopefully we're trying to make everyone be very, you know, safe. Safety is definitely the number one thing that they have to care about, but they're working on safety. Unfortunately, more than 1,000 people are like heat stroke, and I think this is where I could say it's heat stroke. So very unfortunate. Let me also say one thing here that I wanted to add. I know I'm just making a public embarrassment of Korea, but the reason why I'm saying this is not saying, hey, all Koreans are bad. I just wanted to say this is something that the government should have fixed. And I wanted to just apologize to the parents of having the kids have to deal with heat strokes in Korea. Yes, it was a bad time to come because, like I said, it's the worst time of the year. But I also want to say Korea is actually really pretty and nice. And I'm sorry that you guys had to go through this because, guys, let me just share you guys a shocking event. So you know how they had the K-pop culture gala show going on and the Arirang? You know what they're blaming? You know, some of the decisions that they made, you know, they're not allowing the press to come and film. They've actually are doing this weird blame thing of, hey, these remember, guys, just let me just emphasize, BTS or Stray Kids or Twice or Blackpink did not come emphasizing this, but they were saying, you know, some of the kids are like maybe fainting or having heat stroke. Oops, sorry. Because they oh my god, I'm too embarrassed to even write this, but they saw some K-pop related content, related shows / dance. Okay, if Stray Kids came, I understand. If BTS came, I would understand, but yeah, this was actually said by an administration saying that the kids they're having this because of too much enjoyment during the festival of K-pop related stuff, or like the festival thing, which is basically that. I think it's better. Can I be kind of sarcastic here about this? But just, why don't you just say that the kids were drunk at this point, right? Because, you know, alcohol doesn't go well with heat. So I've actually gone to a concert done by Psy last year, and we've actually seen a couple of people faint during around this time. Actually, I went during August because of heat stroke, but we had later ended up figuring out that people brought in alcohol secretly and got wasted before like the first half of the show was over. So they were just really drunk and like hot at the same time, even if water was falling. Yeah. So anyways, I know a lot of foreign parents are very worried about this, and I think they were questioning like what was being done. So this is currently what's going on, and I hope you guys kind of got an insight of roughly what's going on. I know right now, like I said earlier, I know they're gonna play the blame game. Not, you know, I'm not surprised, but they're definitely gonna, as of right now, they're trying to bring in a big bus with AC and unlimited ice water for the heat stroke to go down. But we'll have to keep this an update. I'll try to update you guys. I know because this is like the second day, and they're trying hard, but yeah. Oh, it's interesting. We love the blame game, guys. Every culture love the blame game. Yeah. It's in the hottest event or hottest area. So this is currently what's going on with the World Scout Jamboree. For those who didn't know it, I hope you guys got to know it. And if you have any friends or family member participating in this event, I hope you guys would share this for them to know what's going on, because they're probably curious. I don't want any parents to worry, because as a mom right now, having to deal with lots of parents issue too, it sucks. It would suck, you know, like, especially if you hear that your child has fainted overseas. My mom would be so worried, being like, what is going on in Korea? I thought I sent my child to South Korea, not North Korea. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It definitely feels like North Korea right now, and Korea is definitely a better country than this. They are just not making great decisions, and I, on behalf of being Korean American, apologize to all the parents for not getting better treatment that they should for how much that they paid. So that is all for my World Scout Jamboree current issue that's going on. I hope this was helpful, and see you guys on my next debate. But yeah, step it up, Korea. You know what to do better, and hopefully this helped a lot of people. So that's all.